Hello, people. What is going on? Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Crystal Palace 0, West Ham United 2. In a mixed bag game for myself. Right, I'm going to get to the comments. I'm going to let Lucas do his thing before he comes in. I Jackal and Night FC is well and truly back, in my opinion. First half, I thought it was absolutely shit. First half was absolutely crap. And we were lucky that we wasn't 1 or if not 2-0 down. They come out the traps. We looked better in attack. I will say that. We looked like we were controlling the ball more. Yeah, we looked better. But defensively, we was suspect in the first half. Eze hits the crossbar. Osman Edouard runs through one-on-one, spoons it wide. Eze has another chance where Ariola keeps us in the game. And for me, I was shitting bricks at half time, mate. I'm not gonna lie, because like I didn't see anything. Vladimir Soufal can't be in this team, and it proves it in the second half with Wan-Bissaka comes on, bang, instant impact straight away. Yeah, he can't be questioned. He just can't be questioned. And all this about bedding in, time to gel and bonding and all that. Fucking go and get a DIY book if you want all them fucking things. Yeah, I mean, I want me players on the pitch who will do the job for us. Yeah, and that's what they are. Second half, we come out and we were the better side by a country mile. Right, we pushed them, and Thomas Soucek could have been the villain of the piece today. He really could have been. He gets booked for a silly foul, yellow card, rightfully a yellow card. Then he could have been booked again. And I was like, what are you doing? Yeah. And the irony of it is he goes and scores the goal. So, you know, he's a bit mental. Great goal, 1-0. And then Jared Bowen makes it 2-0. And then we see the game out at ease to a point. Let's get this man in. And it is dog. Lucas, how are you doing, mate? What do you make of that?
Oh, I'm absolutely buzzing. I would say a very resilient performance after a pretty crap first half. I don't really know how to describe the first half. I thought we were really average, if I'm being honest. Very uninspiring, very flat. And I did hear you, and I agree. We could have been a goal down, but second half, incredibly resilient. Full credit to Lopetegui for making great subs, not taking certain players off, and anyone who was criticizing Soucek during the match can hold one. That's from me. I don't. The first to go on the Soucek thing, I understand where you're coming from, and I get it. On any different day, referees could have their panties in a bunch, blah 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 blah. But the second foul he committed after a yellow, that's never a yellow. But that was when I really wanted him to come off, because obviously you don't want to take that risk. But second half, I was very impressed. And again, I think the Wan-Bissaka substitution proves that to a point why I think we all wanted him to start today. He ended up playing and making his debut, which is all well and good, but I think he should be starting moving forward now, and hopefully we see it. But I don't disagree with you. It was a mixed bag today, but we got the presents in the end. We got the gift in the end. We went through the hardship first half, and we came out on the other side, important 3 points.
That was a Moyes performance today, mate. 100%. And I'm going to say it quite openly. Yeah, that was a David Moyes reboot from last season. And I feel like we shit as that to a point, big time. Like, when they have so many chances in the first half and they don't stick one of them away.
So many.
Yeah. Hit the crossbar. Eze goes through one-on-one. Save from Ariola. You got Edouard?
I don't think that chance was as good as you're making it out to be.
Well, our first shot on target was Thomas Soucek's goal.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. I'm just saying. I don't know. I feel a bit differently about the first half. I thought we were just a bit uninspiring and flat. I didn't think we were necessarily awful, but I wasn't pleased with the first half.
Oh, I just thought that like the first half just didn't work. It just didn't work. Max Kilman, I'm going to say this. I've got to hold it on him. Fucking me, he was excellent
He
today.
deserves a standing ovation.
Yeah, I've got to literally like. Hold on, let's find it. Let's find it while we're on here tonight. Do you know what I mean? Where is it, Lucas? Let's have a look. We've got this for Max Kilman. Fair enough. I hold the L. I hold the L on Max Kilman. Yeah. For me, I thought he was brilliant. I really did. Like got stuck in and like passing, and the second goal he makes on his own
Yeah, that
accord, doesn't
was
he?
absolutely brilliant. Are we doing player ratings with
Yeah,
this as
we are.
well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know what I'm giving him.
Yeah, we will get into that. Right, let's get this mad American on. So, Daddy, welcome. Spill.
Max Kilman, I was applauding that performance. All the Kilman haters, I need your apologies to be as loud as your disrespect.
Mm.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I was also applauding. What a player! I am sorry, no one can tell me that Sufal should have started. And if Sufal somehow starts again, I'm gonna be mad. AWB for the City game.
Mm.
Bowen, first goal, first actual goal as captain. Good finish. Soucek, good goal, but I kind of disagree. I don't think he was the best first half. Just and Antonio and Fulkrug. I actually liked Fulkrug. I thought he was all right.
What did you make of the first half, Sir Daddy?
I respect the
It wasn't
humility.
wasn't the best. It
See,
wasn't the best. I'm sorry. I just Sue Foul. He holds Bowen back. Look how Bowen was so much better when Wambasaka was on the pitch. Like when Sufal was on the pitch, Bowen was playing right wing back. I'm sorry. Like why is he starting? He should be nowhere near this team. Like look at the difference after we subbed Wambasaka on. Like minutes after he came on, he took the ball from whoever it was, ran up the pitch, and created that the goal for Soucek with his pass to Bowen. I'm
yeah,
sorry, and this myth that he can't attack, it's the biggest bunch of baloney.
I actually agree. I actually agree. When people, and I've had this rows with people in spaces saying to me, he can't attack. Rambasaka can't attack. Well, fuck me. If he can't attack, then that's saying something today because he comes on, he attacks straight away. Right? He's athletic. Right? He's got driving runs. Yeah. And I'm sorry. Yeah. You've got to take the sentimental bollocks out of it with all this, with players. And I've noticed it with, especially our fan base, that we get sentimental with players. Vladimir Soufal is not the guy anymore, right? You've got to just take it. You've got to stand back and say, right, he's not the guy. Well, there's people still out there defending the geezer and saying, well, I think it's a bit harsh. Well, it's a bit harsh when you're playing shit and we're conceding goal after fucking goal. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
I know.
what do you
I
go
wanted to
on?
ask you something. What were your thoughts on Guido Rodri? I thought he was good today.
What are you
Just
saying, Lucas, on him?
Uh, I thought he was a bit mixed today, but I thought his good was really good. I thought he'd done some really great things. That one first touch pass that
Yeah,
he had from the aerial goal kick in the first half, first touch pass, didn't even look to Emerson towards the touchline, was absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen
mm,
anything like it at this club. But
and
but
one more
I
thing.
thought again mixed bag, but I thought his good was great. I think he's still getting acclimated a bit to the Prem, but I think he's had as good of a start as I think we could wish for a new player coming into the Prem.
I thought
Also,
it was all right.
I thought Mavropanos was good. I'm sorry, but Todibo, not your time yet. Mavropanos needs to start versus City, in my opinion. He was really good second half.
I think he's all right. He's all right as a third choice, Mav, but I want Tobido in there. I know exactly what you're going to get. So, Daddy, worst player for you today?
Probably Antonio. Wasn't impressed once again with him. He missed a chance first 5 minutes. And then I thought we looked better when Full Crew came on. Full Crew's you see the Full Crew run for the Bowen goal.
Yeah.
That helped Bowen out with the second goal. So I'd say worst was I meant Antonio, man of the match. Max Kilman, standing ovation, and I am applauding that performance.
Fair enough. Right, I'll let Sir Daddy go. Thank you very much, mate. Take care. And that has been Sir Daddy. I've got to be honest, I've got to take a big fucking L. Yeah,
I
and
think a lot of us do.
I apologize, people. Yeah, I've got to be honest, he was fucking excellent today. Like, I'll be real. Like,
That was an absolute class performance. That was Louvre-esque,
yeah,
in my
yeah. And I'm going to be honest, that was a 40 million pound defender defending today. Do you
and
get what?
and I think we've got to look at the lineup again today. A bit of a premature meltdown today.
Don't know. I disagree.
We got the job done.
Nah, I disagree. I fucking disagree on that because we was lucky in the first half to get out of there 0-0. Massively lucky, Lucas. Like, and the thing is, it's like,
I wouldn't say massively lucky.
okay, you tell me what we done in the first half to warrant being 0-0 because we was lucky to be 0-0 for it.
I didn't think Palace were that great either. Did they have better chances than us in the first half? Absolutely, but I didn't think they were fantastic.
Yeah, but you haven't got to be fantastic to have loads of chances. If you're the way I look at it is when they're getting golden chances, yeah, and they hit the crossbar, we rode our luck. And like, I think that's the better word I'm saying here, right? We rode our luck. But I disagree with that starting lineup.
Yes,
and
I would say off the bar and then the areola save.
Yeah, we had a save, and also I think Edward's chance that falls to someone.
That one.
I think if that falls to someone else who can actually finish,
but
that's
it
in the back.
But it didn't. So
true. But it is what it is. Tay says, "What a fucking win!" It is a good win, but I do think there's key components to it. I think Soucek is lucky to be on the pitch. I'm not going to lie. Do you know what I'm saying? I think like to get a yellow card and then go and do a foul, a stupid foul. We see that last season with Calvin Phillips at Nottingham Forest. He goes and fouls a player. 2 minutes later, it wasn't great. He agrees with you. I agree with Lucas. First half wasn't great, but we held our own. Disagree, mate. Like we had one golden chance in the first half, and that was Mo's chance.
Actually, no, we had a couple good chances off the corners when the ball fell back post Antonio twice.
Yeah, but they're half chances. I mean, like at best, like they're not sort of like clear cut chances.
Okay,
like,
so 2 halves equal 1. They had 2 great chances. We could have had a goal.
Nah,
that's just math. That's math.
Nah, fuck me. I love algebra. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I disagree. Obviously the result is key, right? Before we move on to sort of, if anyone else wants to come on, they can. But the result is key today because we need 3 points. Yeah, if we're going to push for a European position, we need to go to places like Palace and win. Yeah, and we have won, so we've got to take that as a positive. Do you know what I'm saying? Who disappointed you today?
Didn't think Soufal was great today. Antonio wasn't great today, but I thought he worked really hard. That's really.
What do you say?
I mean, everyone in the first half, if I'm being honest, was a little disappointing. Besides Kilman in the first half, but second half, I thought a lot of our players came alive, and I think some of them, because they scored a goal, might coat their overall performance a bit. Like today, I didn't think Bowen was great, but he scored a goal. And that's what he's on the pitch to do, and other things as well. But he scored a goal, so the winning goal as well, so he contributed. But I thought he was decent. I didn't think he was great. Paqueta, I thought was a bit of a mixed bag today as well. I thought he played a lot of hoof balls today, but he played a lot of good 1-2 passes. He got up the pitch pretty decently. And I think Soufal and Antonio were the only ones I didn't think were great today. I wouldn't say I was disappointed in Antonio because I thought he worked hard, but Soufal, he just wasn't great today. But again, for the reason Wan-Bissaka came on the pitch is the reason we've all been clamoring for him to start. Even though I disagree a bit with your analysis of him today, I was very happy to see him come on, and I know he can make that kind of impact.
He's a good player,
Because
mate.
I mean, he literally starts the sequence for the first goal. So credit to him.
And the thing is, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I do. But I look at that first half and I think we was all over the place in that first half. We wasn't really on it. Like the only one who stood out for me today was like, wow, was Kilman. For me, honestly.
But
like,
again, in my opinion, the first half, that was tactics to me. I think people have got to accept that this season, I think in transition, in the midfield to defense, we're not going to be great with the way we play. Like we're playing a high line as well. And I've said this before, only the best squads in the world can play a high line, defend in transition so well. It's tough. It's hard. And I don't think we really have the players to do that. But again, I'm not trying to throw in the towel and say I expect, like, I'm going to accept shit or mediocrity. I'm just saying, like, with the players we have, I'm not going to get upset about it personally, because that's just how I feel. It's like making a prediction. Like, to me, it's written in the stars that that's just how this season's going to go. I hope we improve on it. Don't get me wrong, but I think this season that we're going to see a lot of that because of the way we play in our tactics. Personally,
before I get Tay in, for me, I thought it was a Moyes performance from last year. If you want me to be honest, and I'm going to be openly honest, it felt like a shithousery performance. When I look at us in that second half, yes, we looked a lot better, we really did, but we got away with it in the first half. The first half we did get away with it.
I don't think it can be a shithousery performance if the first half was flat. I thought we were really good second half, really good.
Yes,
complete opposite. That's not shithousery to me.
I agree with that, but the first half was shit. Do you know what I mean? And we was shit in the first half.
Again, that's your opinion. I don't totally disagree, but I think shithouse is a bit strong. I thought we deserved 3 points today. In the end, I thought we deserved it.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, Tay, don't do no music. Right, I want your speech. Right, what are you saying?
Honestly, before the game, I was confident in that lineup. I thought the meltdown was absolutely ridiculous, mate. These people.
I will remove
you have a chance, Tay, to show some humility.
Yeah.
Unlike Fever, Fever will not admit to the meltdown, but you have a chance to say, I overreacted. We got the job.
Genuinely, my meltdown was only over Vladimir Sofal, and everything that I saw in that first half indicated that was correct. Honestly, the amount of space that Eberechi Eze had on him was ridiculous. I actually think you're both right in terms of what you said about that first half. I think James, you're slightly underplaying how good we actually were. I thought backline defensively, yes, we were shaky, but I thought we had some good. I mean, chances weren't the best, but Lucas is correct in saying they're very easy to look over. And Antonio had 2 glancing header opportunities at that back post that I thought he was there for. And unfortunately, it's a matter of
trying for that as well.
We were, and you can say about the Edouard chance, which was a pretty shot. He should be putting that away, but then again, he didn't. So we're practically just talking.
And it's Edouard. He's shit.
He is. He is shit.
But yes. What it is though, Tay, you've got to define, right? Because I see what people are saying in the chat. Like, shout out to WHU58 who's saying, James, don't think we were shit first half, but we were far better second half of the subs. I get that. But when you come out and the first attack is a Mavropanos pass straight into their central midfield, and Warburton cuts it out, plays the ball through, and Eze's in on goal straight away.
Oh, by the way, Warburton.
Yeah,
I genuinely think that is more just a testament to how good Adam Wharton is. I think in most cases in the Premier League, you can get away with that. I'm going to say this, Tay, and I'll let you land on everything you say. Yeah, for me, right, if we go a goal down, we lose this game today. Simple as that. Yeah, I really do, right? And I look at us today. What's that based on, though? What's that based on?
Because we come out in that first half and we was all over the place defensively. Yeah, all over the place. Eze was running it with Mateta to a point. And then I'll tell you how it works. We come out, we looked okay, yeah. In the final third, we looked all right, passing on the ball and all that, yeah. Then Palace just kept going through the middle of us and down the side of us, especially over where Soufal's side was. There was a time where Soufal was out of position and Eze has a shot.
No, you're correct. You're correct in that happened, but I can say the exact same thing for if Mikel Antonio's head is 1 inch closer to that ball, that's probably a goal at the rear post. And I can also say if Mohamed Kudus keeps his shot down a little bit more, he might actually beat Henderson at the near post. It's all coulda, shoulda, woulda.
I get what you're saying on that, but you've got to look at. You can't just go and say like it's like blind positivity, right? Saying, "Oh yeah, we was okay" when we wasn't. Like there was moments in that first half where we was shaky as fuck. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, put it this way: last year, by the 40th minute mark, we held 5. By this time, we held 0. So massive progress in terms of if you're looking at it from an actual, on paper sort of view from how we were previously. What I will say though is, again, it's all coulda, shoulda. I mean, we could have scored one. Did we look more likely to score one though, James? No, I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah. Agree.
I think you are. So this is what I'm saying. I think you're both correct in a sense. I don't think we came out awfully, but I certainly think there was room there for the game to be completely different if they did score first.
We're not far apart. It sounds like you would have given the first half like a 4. I would have given it like a 5.
Yeah.
So we're not too far off.
We fucking are far apart.
Come in and be the mediator here, bringing you two back together.
Hey, again, you know what I always say? My favorite thing to say on the show: the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it does, mate.
Always does.
I was just gonna say that second half, the substitutions. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. People talking about Aaron Wan-Bissaka can't go forward. Honestly, can we just fucking put that to bed now completely, please? I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Composure was brilliant. Max Kilman. People talk about 40 million signing up in arms. Fucking 80 million pounds signing.
Mate,
cool as ice.
He looked like he genuinely looked like a 60-70 million pound defender.
He is what people thought Naya Fagerd was when Naya Fagerd started playing last season. And I will tell you this now as well. I was fucking sick to death of when that first season when he came in, of hearing the phrase Rolls Royce. It was honestly, I must have heard the phrase Rolls Royce for the first 4 weeks of Naya Fagerd constantly. Max Kilman is absolutely solid. I think he's perfect for the Lopetegui's system. He plays out brilliantly. I think that's only going to get more better as we start to introduce John.
I seen the vision today. I seen it
with Todibo there on the side as well, because we all know Todibo as well, how good he is at playing out. Fuck me. But you've got I call it a problem, but it's kind of a good problem to have. Whilst Mavropanos was slightly shaky in the first half and did they make that one mistake, he was solid today.
Yeah,
he was an absolute rock.
Great turnaround.
So, it's going to be, it probably will be a case of we'll need to actually give it some time and actually, see if he does put a foot wrong before we can justify even starting Todibo. I know that's hard to say because
I don't know. I think Max today shut me right up completely because I thought, yeah, fair enough, right? I just want to say this, Lewis. Yeah, I thought he shut me up right up
for today,
but yeah, I thought he was very, very good. Yeah, and like when I looked at him today, I thought, right, I can see a 40 million pound player there. I thought he was excellent. I think Mavropanos, for me, there's always a mistake in him. There always is. Yeah, and there was in the first half. We come out. I think it's like 10, 12 minutes in. He plays a ball in the middle of the park, and they're fucking breaking on it straight away. And I'm looking at him, and I was doing a live TikTok stream, and I looked at it, and I went, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like it's just he has this sort of like brain fucking freeze. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen, I want to see Todibo in there. I do, but I think Mav, yeah, he's okay.
It would be incredibly harsh, wouldn't it, to not start him over the next. Well, I don't know what's going to happen at City.
Oh wait, so is City next or Bournemouth?
Oh, is it Bournemouth? I think Bournemouth's next. Sorry,
I want to see Todibo. This is completely obvious, but I want to see Todibo against Bournemouth. Again, I like to think I'm pretty rational. I can still understand a bit why Mavro played today, but if Todibo has to play against Bournemouth,
you've got to look at it in a man management sense, haven't you? Yeah. If you start Todibo over Kilman, To Kilman. If you start Todibo over Mavropanos in that City game, it's unbelievably harsh because what precedent does that set out to the rest of the squad? You put in a good performance and you can get hooked. Not really fair, not really good for morale.
And Bournemouth is the chance.
Exactly.
If Todibo has a great performance, it's justified that he plays against City.
Exactly. And I think looking back on it as well, of course, I had the massive meltdown about Soucek. I think it was a very risky decision, but it's clearly paid dividends here because now we can finally, Soucek would have no justification to be up in arms in terms of not starting for either Bournemouth or City, because you can quite literally look and say, listen, mate, you only need to look at the first half and the second half comparison. It's night and day. Take a back seat.
What did you make of Thomas Soucek today, Tay? Because for me, I thought he was okay. I thought he was lucky to be on the pitch. I'm going to be honest. Like, he gets yellow carded and he does another foul. And a referee on another day, if referee had the ump, he would have sent him off.
I don't know. I think people are kind of massively overstating that. I think that second foul was just very commonplace, bit of rough and tumble. It's certainly not a yellow card or even a red on that second one. Yes, it was it was very risky not very risky in what he did, but it's risky in terms of, obviously getting a yellow card and then going straight for another foul. But it wasn't a foul in which you'd actually card him for in the first instance anyway. So I don't think it was a stupid foul. I don't think it was on the level of Calvin Phillips or anything like that.
I agree with that.
So I don't think he was actually lucky in that sense. But I mean, I would say that if, perhaps he followed up with another one afterwards, then I'd start to say, right, you're fucking taking the piss here. Soucek as a whole, a little bit similar to Antonio. It seemed as though we've been trying to shove this man out of the club for about 3 years now, and every single time he just justifies his place somehow, some way. I think in terms of attacking threat, he is that, isn't he? He can pull a goal out of complete fucking chaos, and it's not pretty. The fans won't take to it. It's not very nice to watch him across the whole spread of a 90-minute period where, yes, he will lose the ball in midfield, he will be tough to watch on the ball, but fuck me, when those goals go in and he does the spin and he pretends to be a helicopter, it just makes up for it. Difficult to drop him.
Right, before I let you go, give me a rating for Lopetegui out of 10 for you. I'll let you go, mate.
7. I'd say 7. I think starting lineup, I think he really should have been Aaron Wan-Bissaka off the job. I think we can all agree on that after watching that second half. But in terms of the game management and the substitutions were spot on. I'd say the substitutions were 9 out of 10. I would have liked to see Crescencio on a little bit more. Perhaps really, I want to start seeing Kudus not playing, but playing more centrally. I don't want to see him on the left. I think we saw his best moment in the middle of the pitch where he practically fucking puts Adam Wharton on his arse, dribbles past 4 players, and then gets the foul.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, he's unbelievable. In a game like that, you need somebody press resistant down the middle who can dribble through and really just completely cut them wide open, and that's what we lacked today.
And you know what? I thought Paqueta, there was times today he was a bit out wide on the left, and I thought he looked decent. But again, I still just don't see how people would not prefer to put Paqueta out on the left compared to Kudus. Because again, don't get me wrong, Kudus is such a good dribbler. You put him anywhere on the pitch, he will dribble past players. But there was moments today where I would bank on it. If he was on his natural right side and he cut in, he probably could have had a goal today.
Honestly, with Kudus, I am not one of those people who will say this about any other player. I've never said it about Bowen. I've never said it about Paqueta. Mohamed Kudus has every potential, every possibility to be a world-class player. Yeah. If you can put him on his bet on the right, down the middle, get the best out of him, find his best position, he is unbelievable. He had 38 dribbles more than any other player in the Premier League last season. His first season in the Premier League going straight from the Eredivisie was fucking unbelievable. He scored an overhead kick at Man City. The sky is the absolute. Is he 22 or 23? I think he's 22. I think he's 22 years old. The sky is the absolute limit for that lad. And I'm going to say, if Lopetegui can't get the best out of him, that's a testament to him as well, because you can't have a player that
he's 24.
24, sorry. 24 still, what a young, unbelievable. You got to think about when we had Jared Bowen in at 24, and it's just night and day, isn't it? And look at the player that Jared Bowen became. But, progression's never linear, so we'll see. But I mainly wanted to ask you before I go about Lucas Paqueta, because I was getting really frustrated in that first half. I thought it's a love-hate relationship with Lucas Paqueta. It's like a fucking ex-girlfriend, isn't it? He does something that fucks you off so much, but then he just comes back with
People want to talk about Soufal hoofballs. Paqueta, the first couple matches, has just been throwing up Hail Marys.
Big Sam would have loved him. Fuck me. The way he tries to switch it down either side, it's kind of mental, though, the fact he just seems to be really rushing that final pass. And I think as he grows, the thing is with Paqueta is as he grows into a game, and it's always when we go 1-0 up and he gets that little bit of, he relaxes a little bit, then we see the best of him because he plays nice, quick,
which I can respect to a point.
Yeah, I can too. But I think somebody just needs to put their arm around him and say, listen, mate, calm it down a little bit. Let's build up. It's still 0-0. No fucking rush. And I think we'd get a lot more better out of him. But again, I want to see him on the left, and I want to see Paqueta. I want to see Kudus down the middle. That's what I want to see.
Agreed.
In terms of the Bournemouth game, I think that'll be a really fun game in terms of we can start Somerville, we can start Fulkrug, and we can start Todibo. I think we'll get to see what we've all been absolutely itching for the past couple of weeks, and there'll be lots of cases to be made for the City game. Yeah, a big opportunity for players to really make their point. Choose me for the Premier League matches and all the rest of it. But I'll get off now anyways, boys. It's been nice speaking to you. And what a fucking win that was.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on, mate.
No worries, mate. You take care, man. That's been tight.
I'll tell you what as well. Those Max Kilman switches today reminded me of Big Craig.
Yeah.
Mate, mate. I'm actually so flabbergasted in awe of that Kilman performance today.
Yeah, he done well today, mate. I'm going to be honest, just before we get started, all the people that unfollow me on Twitter, thank you very much. You can fuck off and die. I don't really care. Listen, to round it up from me before we get into these player ratings, I'm happy with the result. But the Jack-one-eyed West Ham is there, and we need to cut that out. I will say that. Right, let's go to this man, Areola. What you saying, Lucas? Kept us in the game in the first half.
Areola, clean sheet. Really important save in the first half, and then after that, I thought it was pretty steady going for him. Not a lot more for him to do. They didn't really test him that much in the second half, so I'm going to give Areola a 7, solid 7.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I thought first half, good save from Eze. It was a bit like still at corners. I do worry about him at corners. I'm not going to lie, but I thought today, clean sheet, kept us in the game in the first half. 7 out of 10.
Great save.
Right, it comes this man. Fucking hell. Vladimir Soufal. And I've got the perfect thing for this guy.
Emotional damage.
This geezer's emotional fucking damage, mate. And until people realise that this geezer is emotional damage and he should not be starting, the better it is for everyone. What do you rate him today?
I didn't think he started off the game too bad, but then obviously once people are getting their legs under him, the game starts to grow a bit. People start to notice some weaknesses and some sort of advantages on the pitch, and they start to go after him. It is evident to see he's slow. I don't think he's as bad of a defender as what people seem, but again, most of it is because of his pace. He doesn't have a lot of pace. So I will give him he wasn't great today. I'm going to give him a 4.
I am going to give him fuck me. I'll give him a 4-0 for turning up in South London, putting the shirt on and having a go. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, in that first half, I thought he was fucking terrible to a point. But I'm going to be kind because we've got the result today. But I agree with that. Poor and out of position consistently. Like, I'm not being funny. If it's not just me being negative and I've got this platform, everyone else is saying the same thing. So we all can't be fucking wrong, surely. Sort of God. So I'll give him a 4.
I wouldn't go that far. Everyone's agreed on a lot of things, but we ended up being wrong. So
True, mate. True. Let's come to that, man. Mavropanos, what you saying?
Again, a bit of a shaky first half, a lot better second half, clean sheet. I think he deserves a 7.
Deserves a 7 out of 10. I am gonna give him. Ooh, I thought the other centre half outshone him to a point massively,
Yeah,
and
duh.
like that's common sense, but fair enough. I can't give him a 7 because I think the first half that pass in was just fucking clueless. Give him a high 6 for me. Right, we'll go to this man, Maximus Kilman. Take it away, Lucas.
Maximilian Kilman, 40 million pound from Wolverhampton Wanderers, Lopetegui's man, who he wanted desperately. Today, he proved it 100%. I'll be honest, that was a moving performance. That was uplifting. I didn't think Max Kilman had that in his bag, but my God, he was unbelievable today. Breathtaking, speechless, monumental, Rolls Royce, this guy. And that assist for the second goal was wow. My jaw dropped. I could not believe what I just seen. Someone in the chat said that was Bobby Moore-esque. And from the highlights I've seen of Bobby Moore, I can't disagree. That was incredible. But mate, he done everything today. He done absolutely everything. He switched the ball. He went past players. He created the second goal. He blocked shots.
Yeah.
The guy done everything today. I'm actually interested to see what his duels were today. 3 out of 4 duels won. He won every single aerial duel, 4 for 4. Yeah, and he was just fantastic today. I'm gonna give him a 9 out of 10, and he's my man of the match. He was absolutely amazing today.
I'm gonna say, do you know what?
I don't think he will have a better performance than that this season.
I'll tell you what makes him a 10 for you? Because I'm gonna be honest, he's fucking right up there for being a 10 out of 10 performance. Didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, maybe the first half. Again, some people may disagree with others that, again, I thought he was very good first half. Maybe some people thought he was just decent. So maybe, I don't know, but a 10, I mean, if people are giving him 10s, I will not disagree.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I think the first half, maybe.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 man of the match for me. Easily.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I got a whole DL on this one. Big time. The 40 million price tag I thought would weigh him down, but I thought he was fucking excellent today from start to finish, if I'm being honest. Tackling, passing, awareness, headering, you name it, he can do it. And yeah, listen, 40 million pounds are going to give him his praise when he does well, and he deserves the praise at the end of the day. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Max. Emerson, Lucas.
I thought Emerson was steady today. I thought he really didn't do a lot wrong, and I love watching Emerson play football. He had some good moments. He had a really good run today through the middle pitch, but again, not amazing, not world class, but again, I think Emerson is so steady. I really do. I think he's reliable, and I genuinely think the only way he really puts in stinkers is kind of down to the tactics we play. But again, it could be a bit biased because I love Emerson, which I openly admit all the time. But I'm going to give him – I feel like our defense deserves a bit of credit. I gave Mav a 7.
Yeah.
If I gave Mav a 7, I'm going to give Emerson just a 7 as well. But if I were to give Mavropanos a strong 6, I think I'd give Emerson a strong 6 as well. But again, I thought second half we were just night and day different to the first half. I really thought we turned things around, and I think they deserve credit for that, even though the first half was flat. So I'm gonna give them just a 7.
I'll give him a 7. I love the runs, and I love what he does with them runs. He sort of drives forward a bit like Wan-Bissaka did with the goal. So yeah, I make mine short and sweet. I give Emerson a 7. We're going to move on to your guy, Mr. Rodriguez. What are you saying on him?
Didn't lose the ball once today either, Emerson.
Well, that's fair enough.
Won 7 out of 8 ground duels as well. Good game.
What guy? What are you saying about Rodriguez?
Again, in the afterthought, I thought he had a bit of a mixed bag, but the good he done, I thought, was really, really good, borderline great. But again, I think some of the sloppiness and some of the things we will criticize him on, or would criticize him on, I think that is down to just adjusting to the Premier League and coming straight into the side because we need him. Since Alvarez has not been starting and he's been injured. But I thought he was solid today.
Before you sort of rate him, how do you rate his sort of progression? I know it's only 2 games in the Premier League, but how do you think he's going to cope with the speed of it? I do think he can be slow at times.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. We don't have a bunch of pace in the midfield off the ball. We just don't. And I don't expect him to have pace on the ball either. But I think he's played as good as we can ask for having to jump in right away, filling in for Emerson, and having to play the position he does. Again, I don't know a lot about him, so I don't know if he is an actual like DM or he's like an 8 in a double pivot. Like, I really don't know his profile. All I can go off is the one reporter saying that Xavi wanted Guido to be his Busquets. That's all I can go off of. But again, I think he's as good as we could have hoped to start off the season, just getting thrown straight in. And hopefully Alvarez starts on Wednesday. He gets some minutes. I'd give him a strong 6.
I'm with you on that. Strong 6 out of 10. Like, I think it was just a standard solid performance from him, really. Nothing amazing, but nothing so bad.
I don't disagree with the 7s either, because like I said, like the good he done in his mixed bag, I thought was almost great. So again,
we will see with him. Right, Lucas Paqueta.
Lucas Paqueta. This is a bit of a tough one.
I thought how many times did he give the ball away today? Because it felt like every time I see him, he was giving the ball away to someone. I don't even know.
He didn't get dispossessed today.
Did he?
No. He recovered the ball 10 times as well today. Won 3 out of his 5 tackles, 7 out of 7 in his ground duels. His pass accuracy wasn't the greatest, but again, he does hoof the ball at times. And again, he's the type of player that you don't want to put shackles on him. You need to let him express himself, even if it is frustrating to a point. So, this is a tough one. I think he was a bit better than Rodriguez. So I think I will give Paqueta just a 7. I think he was a little bit better than Rodriguez, and I think he had better moments than him today. I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm gonna give him a 7. Just.
I don't know what game I was fucking watching, because it seemed like every time he got the ball, he gave it away to someone. But maybe he just misplaced passes or something. I don't know.
He did hoof the ball a lot today. I will say that. But and that absolute heads up from him on that set piece. That ref is an absolute joke for that. I actually didn't think he was having that bad of a match, the referee, until that.
Yeah.
Like, that was a disgrace. So good on Paqueta. Heads up play there from him. But yeah, it's a tough one. A tough rating.
I'm gonna go for 6. I don't think he done anything flamboyant. I think it was average performance. So I'll make mine a 6. What you saying, Lucas?
Just a 7.
Just a 7.
I don't disagree with you, though.
Move on to this man. He loves to have hate, and he shuts everyone up when he scores goals. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the thing, right? And what I can't understand with our fan base, I don't know how many of them are fucking mentally disturbed, but this geezer scores big goals for West Ham, and we want him out the door. Now, this one was a toss of a coin job, in my opinion, like from last week. Do you play him, or do you bring someone else in and like make West Ham better in that middle of the park? But he scores goals. He scores big goals. What are you saying, Lucas?
Again, Thomas Soucek is one of the weirdest, most unique, one of the most rare footballers I've seen in my life. I said it last week. I don't think we've ever seen someone so good in both boxes, but in the middle of the park, he's not that great. But mate, I'll tell you what, I was actually a bit impressed with him today because he was in the 10 again today. And mind you, his passing stats were not great. He only attempted 21 passes. He completed 13 of them, 62%. So on a percentage level, not fantastic. But I thought his passing in the final third of the pitch was good. But in the middle of the park, obviously it's not something to behold. But again, he's playing in the 10. So if he is going to make key passes and make the passes you want, I'd say he made them in the correct spots, in the right area of the pitch. But I thought he was solid defensively in the box. He scored a very important goal. And I thought he was a warrior today, if I'm being honest. But again, I'm not trying to say he put in a worldie of a performance, but I thought he quietly had a good match. He didn't do a lot, but I thought in the moments we needed him, and people say that he can't pass, but again, in the final third today, I thought his passing was good, and he doesn't get that many touches, but I'd give him a 7. Because he scored the goal today. And if he didn't get the goal, I'd still probably give him like a strong 6. I didn't think he was bad today.
I will give him a 7, but what Paul G just said in the chat there, he could have got a red. I do agree with. I do. I'm not going to be honest.
I agree. I agree off the stance that any other referee, if they had their tampon in that day, they could have given him a red. But I think if we all talk on a football level in terms of the game, knowing the law, that's never a yellow, the second one. But again, like I said, any other day, any other referee who's not in the mood, I can see it.
Yeah. I think the goal is key. He scored
and he saved a kid today. He saved a kid's life. He might I might have to change my man of the match.
No,
that was absolute limbs, that first goal. That was so funny. And I did not know there was a kid underneath the barrier.
I know, man. Right. I'm going to say this, right? He scores key goals. He ain't the best midfielder on the planet. I think West Ham fans need to understand that he's not the best midfielder on the planet. Yeah. Could we do better? Of course we could. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a given. But he scores big goals, Soucek, and wins us games. Like, and it's yet again, it started again this season. Like last season, there was games where he scored goals and won us games. And he got us on the road again today. I think the red card, what you said is accurate. I'm going to be honest. I think on another day, another ref, he could have gone. I thought his overall performance was decent, but not amazing. So for that, I'm going to boost him up to a 7 because the goal is a key goal in the game. Like the game's 0-0. We wasn't playing amazingly great, and that was our first shot on target from Thomas Soucek.
I think a big thing today as well is I give Lopetegui a lot of credit for sticking to the plan.
Yeah,
sticking to the plan. And Thomas Soucek, in my opinion, is the type of player it's almost like with any other player. Sometimes you got to let them you got to let them warm up. You got to let them get their legs underneath them. Like you just can't drop things, switch things at the drop of a hat. Like he put him in the 10 today. He's stuck in the 10, and what happened. Yeah. And I have full confidence if he were to have played as the 8 today and he's stuck in the 8, he could have had the same impact he did today.
Fair enough. Moving on to this man, Mohamed Kudus. What you saying?
Again, another weird one, because I get where people say that, like, I understand the hype obviously with him, and I understand why people disagree, like, I guess with my ratings from last match and my ratings sometimes, but like there's more to the game than just dribbling around players and going past players, right? You want them to be able to put in key passes, score goals. And again, with Kudus on the left, he gets by players. He does amazing things with the ball, but like it's the end product when he's on the left. It's not there. And I'm again, I'm gonna say it until I'm red and blue in the face. I just don't understand why it's such an insult to try and shoehorn Paqueta on the left when he's proven at his time at West Ham he's best out on the left. But it's okay to shoehorn Kudus on the left. I personally don't get that.
Yeah.
But again, this one's tough. I thought Kudus was brilliant on the ball today, but like in terms of everything else, like did he create any chances? Like
No. He had a good chance in the first half where he cuts inside, and I think he lets fly with his right foot, if I remember rightly, and he puts it wide. Other than that, he done a bit of good play where he sort of bulldozed away from Pugh and won a foul.
And again, his work rate I think is so good, and the amount of ground duels he wins as well is really good for the type of player he is. So I think because of that, I'm going to give him a 7. But again, like I just think we're not going to see. I don't think we're going to see more than a 7 from him out on the left. And again, some matches that will work, but if we really want to unlock Kudus, I think we really have to either move him to the 10 and put Paqueta out on the left, not necessarily as a winger, just a wide player, or we have to move Bowen up top and put Kudus on the right. If we want to get 8s and 9s out of them.
Yeah, what it is, we've got a problem here with Mo being on the left, and it's filtering down into everyone. Yeah, to a point. Mo shouldn't be on the left. Simple as that. He should be either as a 10 or on the right.
And I agree as well that necessarily Paqueta shouldn't be on the left because we all know he is not a winger. But at his time at West Ham, he has proved that playing wide out on the left, I think he's been at his best at West Ham. There. I don't care about the worst Brazil side we've seen in decades. I really don't.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I'm going to give him I'll give him just a 7 for the work rate and everything he does. But I'm going to be honest. Lopetegui's got a problem here, big time. And I'm just going to land on what I'm going to say. He has to get him on the right and play Bowen through the middle. And I don't understand how last season Bowen was very good up front, and now he goes on the right and he wasn't all that today, Bowen. But we'll get to Bowen in a minute. Mo, you can't have one of your best finishers at the club being put on the left and basically shoehorned into this position, and then you're losing 75. No, you're losing 20% of the player. Like you give 75%, but the other 25%,
and that 25% that we're missing is incredibly crucial. And again, I'll say it again. I don't believe in having to shoehorn players around anywhere, but I just think over time, it's proven that Paqueta is best out wide on the left, and Kudus has been at his best on the right.
I think personally, what David says there is drop Antonio and play Kudus centre forward. I wouldn't play him centre forward. I'll play Bowen centre forward and push Kudus to the right, and have Bowen and Kudus linking up on that right hand side to a point. But that's just me. 7 for me, 7 for Lucas. Moving on to this man, Mikel Antonio. Lucas, take it away.
Again, he wasn't fantastic today. I thought he worked really hard. He didn't have a lot of touch. He only had 20 touches today, but I thought he worked really hard. And for his effort, I think I'll give him. He won 2 out of 3 aerial duels today. He did almost score twice at the back post off corners. I'm going to give him, and you got to give him credit for positioning as well on that, I think. So I'm going to give him. I'm gonna give him a high 5 for his effort.
I'll give him a 5 out of 10. I can't give him a high 5. I'm just not seeing it. Like even in the first half, for some reason, he was playing on the right wing. He's playing right wing, and then Bowen was up front, and then all of a sudden they changed. I agree with that comment. The Brentwood Dorman is back.
And again, I don't agree with the meltdown today of the lineup, but if you were to have asked me what I'd like to see today, I personally would have started Fulkrug today and Wan-Bissaka. That's what I would have wanted. But again, I am not a professional. I do not manage football clubs. So
but we will get to that at the end, right? What you rating him?
high five.
I'll go 5-0. Right, let's come to this man, Jared Bowen. I'll go first on this one. I thought he was quiet all the way up to the goal. I thought he was quiet today. I thought he got bullied out of situations. I remember in the second half when Soucek plays the ball down the right to him, and he just gets literally like bullied off the ball. Then he scores the goal and kicks us into gear. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be honest. It's a mixed bag one today. Lucas, what are you saying on him today?
I thought he was just okay today. I mean, he did create 5 chances. He scored a goal. His ground duels were really poor today. He only won 3 out of 13. But I thought the effort was there. But again, I expect a bit more from him. But again, he came up and he scored the winner today. Really, so a 7 for me. And I think he will grow into the match. I can't give him a 6 for scoring.
Right.
I think 7.
Right. If he doesn't score the goal, would you rate him?
Probably a 6 or a high 5. I don't know, somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
But same, I would have given Soucek a 6 if he didn't score. So really.
Yeah. I'm gonna go high 6. I don't think he done enough today, but he scored the goal that won us the game in the end. So yeah, high 6 for me. Right, let's come to the subs. Let's start with this man, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I'll go first. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, look at that geezer's name there, right? Wan-Bissaka. That is why he starts. He has to start games because he comes on and makes an immediate impact above everyone else today. Do you know what I mean? Because we wasn't going anywhere with Soucek in the ranks, so to speak. I like him. I think we've got a really talented footballer at West Ham, and I think before he sort of time on the pitch, he changed the game for us. Completely changed the game for us. I'm going to give him a 7. I am. I'm going to give him a 7. Like defensively, he's decent. He's athletic. People say he can't do anything in the final third. Get in the bin, please. Stop lying to people. But there you go, 7 for me. Lucas, what are you saying?
I disagree with your final comment on the final third. I'm gonna get this out of the way. His ball retention needs a lot of work. I'm gonna get that out of the way. But everything else he done today was absolutely brilliant. He is mostly the reason we scored our first goal today. He took the ball off the guy, laid it right over him or around him. He got up the pitch about to the halfway line, played the ball to Bowen, and the rest took off from there. And yeah, I thought he had a good debut today, but the ball retention is gonna have to improve a lot. And again, I think that will improve over time with him getting acclimated to the squad and the tactics. So 7 for me. I loved it. And I wanted him to start from the get-go.
Yeah, well, it will prove you wrong.
What did I get wrong? What did I say wrong with that analysis? And I wanted him to start today. I wanted him to start the first match. I know you're probably winding me up, but if that is serious, I would like to know.
Yeah, he probably is winding you up. Nicholas Fulkrug, Lucas, what are you saying?
He came on, I think he did it's hard to say that he didn't make a difference because he was part of the group that came on and we turned things up. I think he has to do a lot better towards the end when he had his little half a chance. But I can see the vision with Fulkrug. I don't think it's unraveled yet. Hopefully against Bournemouth, we see all the new guys play together. So I'm gonna give him a high 5, maybe a 6, somewhere. You know what? I'll give him a 6 because again, it's hard to look past. He was part of the group of subs that came on and really changed the match. So I'm going to give him just a 6.
Just a 6. I'm going to give him a high 5. I didn't really see much. He does need to bury that chance, like David says there. Fulker needs to bury that chance. He needs
to be on target.
It has to be on target at the very least. You know what I'm saying? So,
but he done some things that go unnoticed. like he did make a few runs that frees up other people, and I don't think that should really go unnoticed. But yeah, that's why I'm giving him a 6. But I don't disagree with a 5 or a high 5.
Right, let's get through these ratings. Right, Alvarez, quick fire.
When did he even come on? 78th minute. I'll give him a high 5. I thought he was decent when he came on, but again, not enough minutes for me to really. I'll give him a high 5.
5 out of 10. Tadebo, a few minutes, 5 for me.
NA for me, but if I have to give him 1.5.
Cresswell.
NA 5, I guess.
Yeah. Right. We're going to have to get to because obviously the banners are not there, but we'll get to Lucas. Julian Lopetegui.
Oh, hold on. I got this. Should we talk? Let's go about the ref real quick.
Let's go ref.
You can throw that up.
Well, I thought the ref was all right to a point. I don't know about you, but then obviously that bit at the end really showed him up. And I'm gonna lie.
Yeah.
What did you make of the ref?
I thought I didn't think he was too bad. Wasn't really a big factor in the match. He could have been with Soucek's second foul, but again, I think everyone who plays football, watches football, that second challenge, that's never a yellow. But again, if that was Mike Dean or someone else any other day, could have sent him off and made a real meal of it and made himself the center of attention. But really, the only thing poor was that set piece that Wharton clearly touched, and Lucas Paqueta, he done the right thing. So I'll give him a 5.
5. I'm going to agree, but I think I do think on another day, another ref, where we're lucky if Soucek's on the pitch. But I'll give him a 5. Make it short and sweet. Right, let's get to this man, Julian Lopetegui. Now this is going to be interesting. Right, let's go through it. Starting lineup. Was you happy or not, Lucas? Yes or no?
I wasn't displeased. I wanted to see Wan-Bissaka. That's who I really wanted to see, but I wasn't in total meltdown. So I wasn't neither here or there with it. It was very meh. I'd say seeing the same lineup. It was meh.
Yeah, but was it right? That's because hindsight's a wonderful thing.
We don't know what's right. We're not professionals. So, but in my personal opinion, I would have started Wan-Bissaka.
Right. I agree. Maybe I look at it that Antonio shouldn't have started today. Yeah.
And I would have started Fulkrug as well.
Yeah.
But also I wouldn't play Kudus on the left. I wouldn't
Right.
play Paqueta in the 10. So again, it's all here and there.
Right. Obviously the tactics in the first half were a bit all over the gaff to a point. I don't really get that one. What do you make of these subs? Because obviously subs won us the game.
His subs won us the match, in my opinion, and it really lifted us. And I'm thankful he made them at like the 60th minute as well, which was big. He made it 62nd minute for Wan-Bissaka and Fulkrug. Well, technically 62 and 63, but those were the two subs that really made a difference, and he done it at the correct time.
Yeah. What would you rate him today?
Lopetegui. Again, lineup I didn't entirely agree with, but I didn't think it was something to have a meltdown over. So I'd probably give it like a 6. And then his subs, it's hard to not give him a 10 out of 10 because they want us to match. And again, the tactics with the way we play, I don't necessarily agree with the tactics, but again, it's hard to argue with the result. We got the 3 points. We stuck to the plan as well. He didn't react like insanely quick and change things up at the drop of the hat. He let the boys get into it, and it ended up paying off, even though the first half was very flat. And yeah, so today I would give Lopetegui I'd give him a strong 7. If we were better in the first half, it could have easily been an 8. But I'll give him a strong 7 because when we needed a change most, he made the change, and it proved to be pivotal.
Yeah. I'm going to give him just a 7 for me. I think the first half was bad. In my opinion, I've just thought it was bad. I just thought it was all over the place. Didn't agree with the lineup at all. And it's like, it's an anyone who's sort of sitting on X coming at me. I'm here for all of you bastards, 100%.
I'm here for the Soucek hate as well. I'm here for it all day.
Like, I'm going to be honest, Soucek shouldn't be starting for West Ham. He really shouldn't. And it's as simple as that. Right. Got to half time. We come out second half. It was decent. The subs won us the game today. Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming on, instant impact, comes on, wins us the game. Yeah. So I'm all for that. He gets a 7 because I do think that people are getting a bit carried away and thinking that first half wasn't like as bad as what it was. And for me, I thought it was like watching David Moyes last season. I thought we got away with a little bit of murder to a point, and then got in at half time, sorted ourselves out, come out the second half, and we looked a better side. I don't agree with Kudus on the left. I really don't. I think Kudus on the left, where we're trying to shoehorn a quality player in, and we need to put him in his natural position, not a position that we're trying to like shoehorn him into a point. I thought Kilman was decent also. And yeah, listen, he's got it right in the end today. But I do think on another day, we get done, like, especially in that first half. So for that, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Lucas, any final words?
No, I think this is a really good win for us, something to build off of. And I think the vibes going into next Wednesday for our first cup match against Bournemouth, I think it's going to be really good. I'm excited to see a lineup with, I'd probably say 70 to 80% of our new players I'm very excited about. And I think it should be a good match. I think Bournemouth will set up strong as well. And yeah, it'll be good to see. I'm really excited for it because of the potential of how we can build off this win, because we don't do well at Selhurst, especially in recent history. And yeah, and I didn't think Palace were terrible today, so I think it was a good win.
I think it's a big game on Wednesday night. Like, Bournemouth are going to come to play. Don't forget, it's a 90-minute game. So basically, if it's a draw, go straight to penalties. And I'm going to be honest, if we're going to look for a cup competition, the League Cup should be our thing this year. It really should. So yeah, listen, I'm looking forward to it. I need to see some change. I need to see Krug up front. I need to see Todido. I need to see all these new players, Somerville, all of them. I need to see them all in there and really like integrate into this side. And then Saturday afternoon, this time next week, we'll be playing Manchester City, which at the LS will be always a really good game. Nothing would surprise me if West Ham get some sort of result out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So there you go. Yeah, smash a like on the video, subscribe to E20 Zone TV, hit notification bell. That's been Lucas. That's been me. One thing left to say: West Ham get it 1 today, and we roll on to Bournemouth on Wednesday. Bye.
Hype, 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 hype. Come with me, I'm walking